Oh, I'm Joe Sullivan. I'm one of the distillers here at Clear Creek Distillery.
I'm Caitlin, another distiller here. We make a bunch of fruit spirits and single malt whiskey.
쿠시형아 일하면 제대로 저지르셨어. 일을 제대로 저질렀어. 저희가 지금 집에 돌아갈 수 있을지 모르겠어요. 저는 지금.
Hey, good afternoon. Done. Here, let's get you some Pear Brandy. Have you had our brandy?
No, I have not.
Oh, we got this. Oh, why are we starting you anywhere else? Oh, look at that. In that bottle that she has in her hands, that is 20 pounds of pears.
Just in that one bottle?
Yeah.
Wow. Do you mind if I try it real quick?
No, I want you to try it.
You guys age this as well?
We just started aging it because
okay.
enough of the aficionados really wanted us to age it. Caitlin, how do you feel about aged Pear Brandy? She does not care for it. She's very angry.
I'm just curious because, you know, I don't know why she's against aging.
I was too until you all started convincing me.
We're doing it because we love you guys. But,
literally because of the server.
But yeah, we've always hated it.
Really?
Yeah, we are literally aging barrels of that stuff because of that.
2 barrels.
Server.
Just 2 barrels?
2 barrels.
Only
hey,
for the
that's a lot of barrels.
Really?
Just for you guys.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, I know that certain spirits, you know, they're better unaged and some spirits do better with age, so I'm guessing you guys are in the camp that Pear Brandy shouldn't be aged?
I just, like, it takes away from the bright, fresh, crisp characteristic that Pear Brandy has, and the only thing it adds is, like, kind of like a baked quality and a little bit of vanilla, and so, like, if that's what you like, then, like, that's what you like, and that's great, but, like, both of us really like that bright, fresh.
Yeah.
So one of the great things about this, like I said, we cover this entire floor with pears, those bins you see outside. We will actually wind up shutting down the doors, putting soaker hoses on the ground, then turning on...
pretty much just like this.
Exactly what you feel right now. And that's going to allow all 50,000 pounds of pears that we get at once to ripen at that same moment. So they reach peak ripeness all at the exact same day.
Okay.
And on the day that they're perfectly ripe, we start the crushing. By crushing them, we put them into that giant hopper. Then you can send. Well, I'll walk you over there. This is all fermenting. Hang out right there. This is all fermenting cherries.
냄새 어떡해?
So this is called a punch. So if it's pear, if it's cherries, if it's fruit of any kind, we'll wind up putting in one of these tanks after it's gone through, and then each one of these has to be punched down several times a day to kind of let out all that bubbling CO2.
That is pretty crazy. How long do you guys ferment it in there?
It'll go for about 2 weeks.
2 weeks, okay.
Wow, it's gonna be a huge workout.
If you were interested in McCarthy's, this is what unwashed McCarthy's looks like. So that is McCarthy's before we distill it.
Interesting smell.
Yeah, a lot of peat, a lot of sulfur. One of the great things about stills is that they're a chemical sulfur sink. So all that sulfur can come out of the solution and be absorbed into the copper itself. All right, so you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all filled with cherries. That one we just cleaned out today, but these two were filled with McCarthy's. So we had a full house up until earlier today.
Okay.
Pretty neat, huh?
Busy.
Want to go see a still in action?
Yeah, let's go see.
Whoa.
Whoa. It smells nice in here.
Yeah.
You guys want to try something cool?
Oh, yes.
Ready for the 13-year-old apple brandy?
13-year-old apple brandy.
This is 13-year-old apple brandy. So it's probably about 105 proof right now. I made this when I was 27. No. Yeah, when I was... Oh, fuck. I was 14. When I turned 30, I made this.
Try it out. Barrel-aged apple brandy can be really, really good.
Yeah.
Is that really, really good?
A lot of honey, but there's a back end of cinnamon. But when I went to, what's that place you told me to go today?
Screen door?
Screen Door. You know, the fact that thing that amazed me the most was their maple syrup. It had a hint of cinnamon in it.
Probably, yeah, I can see that.
And this is like a similar experience. It's got like a lot of flavors, tons of flavor.
Pretty neat, isn't it?
Really good oak influence too. I mean,
Yeah.
really.
This was a little bit of an accident. So this is really old apple brandy that I made a million years ago that was kind of misplaced, like just kind of got forgotten about. And then a few years ago, Caitlin goes, "Oh my God,
We have 11-year-old
this is 11
apple brandy.
What is this?" And so we're now starting to age some up because I think that is remarkably
That's
cool.
13.
I do agree. I mean, this is really good.
Yeah,
It's really good.
it's arguably the best thing in this building. But because I respect proper tasting order, you have to have it now, and then you can't, because you can't taste it after McCarthy's. It
Right.
just would ruin them.
Yeah.
I mean, McCarthy's is wonderful. Don't get me wrong.
But it's a mouthful.
But it's
Potent, right?
It's
Yeah.
potent.
Very potent.
And this is just special beyond belief.
This is very good. I mean, I can see myself drinking this just every night. It's very balanced. I mean, there's nothing I can
No,
hold
there's
against it.
there's no criticism.
That's good. That's very good.
So these are all French Limousine oak. Everything down this aisle pretty much until we get to the end is French Limousine oak. Starting about here, we start to hit some of the Oregon oak, and this is all going to be McCarthy's largely down this side. Caitlin and I break down this room once a year. Pretty cool to be on, right? You can see some we encourage spiders to live here. We actually will take spiders out of the yard if we find them, or out of anywhere in the distillery, and bring them in this room.
Really?
Because all the alcohol attracts fruit flies. So there's a couple of spots that if you stand right about here, the web, this is such a good one.
Yeah.
The webs will go all the way to the ceiling.
Jeez.
Neat, huh?
It's like a buffet for him.
Yeah, we want to have the largest spider farm in Ecuador. And if you this is a really good spot because you can see how thick that one tower is. It goes all the way to the heating duct.
Yeah, I see that. Dang.
More Oregon oak. Oregon oak is really cool because unlike American white oak, which you get bourbon in, Oregon oak contains very soft tyloses, which are the growths of oak that go across the tubes of oak themselves, and they don't last very long. So the breakdown of the oak itself into the liquid is rather fast. So you get this deeper penetration of the alcohol into the oak, which is why you get that greater extraction. Where alternatively, if you look at American white oak, and this is actually some McCarthy's in American white oak, we're doing an experiment to kind of see how it goes. We've got like McCarthy's in old rum barrels, McCarthy's in old bourbon barrels, all that stuff. This is actually an old gin barrel that we have McCarthy's in. We actually do all of our own cooperage here. This is what the Cooper's hammers are about. Yeah, they're pretty heavy. I got that one tattooed right there. It's after 16 years, I decided to get myself a work tattoo.
Nice looking tattoo.
Yeah, thank you. This is a cross section of the stave.
Okay.
Right about there. You can see this is the outside. This is the toasted inside. That is this part here. And that is the crows where the head sits. But what the coolest thing about this, because everything that you do in a barrel has to be food grade. You can't use like synthetic cock. What you want to do is make sure everything's food grade. So in this crows, you put what's known as crow's paste. Let's see if I got one that has some showing. These are pretty cleaned up. The crow's paste is usually the first thing that disappears. But it's a combination of whole wheat flour and citric acid for us. You can kind of make whatever recipe you want. We have a lot of citric acid. It's a biological inhibitor, so you're not going to get a lot of bacterial growth. If you couldn't tell, I have a degree in biology. Caitlin has a degree in food science.
Okay.
So we both come to this from a hard science background. I did some medical research for a few years before I got into this. So we'll put the crow's paste along this entire groove before we put the head in, because while wood will expand this way, it does not expand this way. And so this will always leak a little bit unless you put something else in there. Now, mind you, that there's always going to be parts that even the best cooper makes it so it's a little concave. And that's going to be difficult to close up because the wood want to expand at an even proportional rate. God, when I started, 2005, there was 80 craft distilleries in the country. There's now over 3,000. So I've seen this industry change a lot, and I'm only 43 years old. I just started really damn young. We were just kind of bragging about this bottle. Wanted to put this in a bag if you could. It's a gift from us. So it's a single cask strength, single barrel McCarthy's, barrel 169. So this is 85. This one is not cask strength. It's been brought down, but it is still single barrel. 169 is a really phenomenal barrel. Super, super good. Unless there is, let me see. That's 168. That's
168, okay.
So I'll put it this way. I have a bottle of that I don't open. When we were contacted by Patton Oswalt, because he's a huge McCarthy's fan, I sent him this bottle. Now I'm giving it to you because I really appreciate you coming out here, and I know that was a haul, and so I wanted at the very least give you something that's worthwhile.
Thank you very much.
This will never exist again. This is done and gone forever. There was a limited amount. It will never be again.
Well, it'll be my alien bottle. Once aliens come in, I'll pop it first thing.
Keep it in a good place. Make sure it's not too hot. Make sure it's not in direct sunlight. If you put it on top of your fridge, I will go to your house and I will say, go nuts.
All right, let's see.
And then if you want to try the raw stuff, it's there.
This one has like a lot of, hate to say it, but like a moss influence.
That's okay. I often describe things as WD-40 or like catcher's mitt leather.
When I had it yesterday, the McCarthy's American Single Malt, I really thought the peat profile was similar to Cool Ela, like that ashy, not so much like iodine or anything like that, just like a campfire ashy type of peat. This one kind of confirms that. All three of them are very ashy as far as the peat goes. This one's more moss, this one's more charcoal, this one middle of the road type of thing. But
I'm going to agree with that based off the numbers. I mean, I chose kind of different barrels because these barrels are different fills, so they're coming from different years, but the liquid is all the same. And so I can kind of tell, I agree with you on all of these things, especially the mossiness coming off of, that was a 100 series? That makes really good sense to me. I love this 160 series, hence that bottle.
I think I would pick this one.
Hence that bottle. Try this. This is the honey.
Super potent. Like,
right?
It's a flavor bomb.
Flavor bomb, too much, needs time. Even good spirits come from pretty obnoxious youth.
I mean, it is obnoxious, like you said, but it's really good. It's pretty crazy what barrel aging does. It really is.
Neat, isn't it?
So here's part of what I'm curious about as well.
Yes.
There's somebody in Korea that started out a distillery.
Uh-huh.
He sent me some samples just to taste it out.
Uh-huh.
And one of them is lightly peated, one of them is heavily peated. So kind of like a Korean single malt, if you will.
I quite honestly, when you were telling me about that, was so interested and excited. I'm so curious as to what that would be.
Yeah, but when you try it, because when he sent it to us, he told us, hey, don't sugarcoat anything, just kind of tell me how it is as it is. Because, he just started distilling it. If there's flaws, especially from another distiller's perspective, little changes here and there, that's always helpful. But what I'm also interested in is he actually likes Chardonnay, right? Mm-hmm. I sent him some Chardonnay samples because that's my favorite potent whiskey that I want to drink once in a while when I want to get hit in the face with hops and wood flavors and all that. He actually distilled a Korean IPA and made it like a Chardonnay style, but it's not aged. You guys did, I didn't know, but you guys did something like a beer schnapps type of thing a while back, right?
We have a bunch of beer schnapps.
Oh, really? Yeah, well, with that background and everything, I was like, hey, you know what? I want your opinion on that one as well. When you said,
No, we if you want to talk beer schnapps, you should get Caitlin in on this. That is her baby. That is her design. All hers.
I love beer distilled whiskey.
I do too.
I don't know why, but it's just amazing.
I agree. It's incredible. There's some really good stuff. We have some wildly good ones.
Fun fact about him is he really wanted to start distilling Korean spirits. Long time ago, it's been a long project coming along, and he went to, I think, all of the distillers in Scotland by bike.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're gonna do it, that's how you should do it.
Would you like us to try some of these now? You wanna
Sure, yeah, just a little bit, try them out.
Ooh. Ooh.
It's gonna be interesting to see which one is like each of one's favorite.
My God, is it a big difference?
Boy, I want to soak in this smell. This is really good. I like this a lot.
Yeah, no, you know what I thought of that? What I thought immediately? To a certain degree. Not as hardcore, just rough.
Yeah, I've got it. Easy favorite.
Same here, we had an easy favorite as well. We both agreed on one favorite, but curious what you guys think.
A, B. Say it at the same time. 1, 2, 3, A.
Was A the lightly peated? Oh, interesting. We actually chose the same exact one. Interesting.
It's got
just got
so
depth.
much. Yeah, and if there's.
I mean, this
like,
is really good.
I agree.
Don't get me
Great.
wrong. Like,
Great.
I would be so happy if I had new make that tasted like this.
There's just so much more.
But that,
to be
like,
found
that
in
gave me
there.
goosebumps.
Yeah, we thought that was. I don't know how else to put it. They're both great, but we did.
It's really, really well
There's-
balanced as well.
May I get the vote?
Yeah.
There's like, this is like the new make you dream of. There's like actual green apple, cherry. Oh, there's like,
There's like a bunch of alfalfa in it.
yeah. There's like that sun-warmed.
Man,
sun-warmed
alfalfa.
green.
I used to work in a farm, so I know that smell.
But at the same time, there's like just that little hint of funk to give it quality and roundness. And
Well, and just like imagining what that funk is gonna do over time in a barrel, like the funk on a new make, it makes the most special things happen. Like it goes away, but it provides an intense depth of character. And so if you don't have that to begin with, if it's kind of like sad and flabby when you start, then it's gonna just be tragic and boring when it comes.
Beer schnapps and beer distilled whiskey is similar, right?
It's the same. as far as
Exactly.
I
Just
know. Yeah.
kind of terminology.
Yeah,
Okay,
because I
nomenclature.
mean, whiskey is made from unhopped beer,
Right.
essentially.
So I guess this is Korean beer schnapps then. This is the brewery that supplied the beer.
like I don't even want to open it. It's just too perfect. This is like pop
You're
art.
saving that can.
Save it for you.
I want to save the beer. Like it's just pop art. It's amazing. No, I'm gonna drink it. I want to drink it. It's good.
The New England style IPA, and they distilled it. I believe they're aging it in some type of oak.
I had no idea how much you enjoyed this. You guys should play poker with him. He's got a really good poker face.
I feel angry. I'm kind of mad. That's really fucking good.
Really good.
Oh.
That was the standout from all of these three spirits for me. But I love that style. When I heard you like beer schnapps, I was like, okay.
Yeah, really, really good.
That is amazing.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I'm fine to put a watch glass in that and put it in the fridge.
No, I want to try it not hot,
Yeah, I do too.
but like, wow.
You guys have a little bit left, and then once it ages, and if I get any of it